going over tips and tricks to get you more topspin. Now this thing called topspin, first, let's explain why you need it. What is topspin? Topspin is the ball spinning downward, okay? How do we achieve that? We brush the back of the ball. Now, why do you want topspin? I want you to watch this real quick. If I hit a ball, this is flat, right? This is no topspin. Watch what's going to happen. I'm going to swing, and it's going to hit the fence. But now, I want you to watch this, right? I'm going to swing, same stroke, but I'm going to hit topspin. Watch, ready? So, I want you to think, if you can achieve topspin, you will get that ball in. So, let's get into it right now. So, again, topspin means that I am brushing the back of the ball, okay? I'm going from low to high on the ball. So the first thing that I want you to think is I want you to think that you have to swing low to high. Too many players, they cannot hit topspin because of one reason. They come around the ball. I want you to think of a clock, okay? 12 o'clock's up here, 6 o'clock's down here. When you're hitting the ball, you're swinging from 6 to 12. Once again, you're going from 6 to 12. You are not swinging from 3 to 9, all right? I want you to think swing from 6 to 12. Another way that you could think of it is swinging low to high. So tip number one, what I want you to do, if you want to create topspin, is all I want you to do is go out on the court and swing low to high. Once again, I want you to swing low to high. One more, swing low to high. Now, if this low to high is new to you, if you're not comfortable with this, I want you to try to do one thing. You don't have to swing like this. You see Nadal do his buggy whip. You see Murray come around his left shoulder, right? But I want you to catch with your racket with your opposite hand over your shoulder. So once again, when you swing, you're going to catch that racket with your opposite hand over your shoulder. By doing that, that's going to ensure that you're swinging low to high. So if you're looking to learn topspin, I want you to just try this swing path for now. Do a couple drop feeds, get your friend, and all you're going to do again is you're going to swing and catch. You're going to swing and catch. You're going to swing and catch. That will help you ensure that you're going low to high. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is your racket face. Here's a little hack. If you want 5 to 10, 20% more topspin by just doing one little thing without even swinging, this tip is for you. All you're going to do is tilt your racket a little bit downward, all right? So, if I'm a right-handed player, right, I'm going to tilt my racket to the left. If I'm a left-handed player, I'm going to tilt my racket to the right. All I want to do is make sure that my strings are facing down. I want you to think of it this way, right? When I make contact with the ball, if my strings are up or flat, I'm not going to be able to brush the ball, right? But if my strings are tilted down, that means I'm going to be able to get more backside of the ball. Now, the more you tilt your racket down, this is a Western grip, right? Racket straight down. That's like Nadal, right? It's going to be difficult to hit other shots. But for topspin, if you want to get a little bit more topspin, all you're going to do is tilt your grip a little bit further down than you already are. So you're going to do your swing, you're just going to tilt your strings down, and you're going to see all that spin that you can now hit. I want you to notice another thing, all right? If you want to, rewind and watch the past 3 balls that I hit, right? What am I doing? Look how high I'm hitting the ball over the net. If you want to hit topspin, especially from the baseline, you want to play with that height, okay? Did you see how high I hit those balls? I can hit those balls as high as I want, and that ball is still going to dive in. And the thing is, right, if you're a player and you're playing matches, you're playing in competitive points, the higher you hit the ball, the more percentage of a chance that you have getting it in. The best tip that I've ever used in my matches is be the person that can hit the ball higher than your opponent. So just tilt the strings down and play with height, okay? Now, a great drill for you to do with topspin, right? You're going to have this ball cart right here. You're going to have an object right here. And it's going to teach you how to swing under and get below the ball, okay? In order to hit topspin, once again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I have to swing low to high. I have to get under the ball. If I don't get under the ball, what's going to happen? It's going to go straight. So you're going to put an object right in front of you. I have this ball cart right here, and watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing under and lift the ball over the ball cart. One more. I'm going to get under it and lift, okay? So I'm going to drop my ball right behind it. You guys can do this. You can do a drop feed. And you're going to try to hit the ball over your object. Now, I want you to notice something, right? If I swing, right, and I swing, and I don't get under the ball, what's going to happen? It's going to go straight into the ball cart or whatever you have. So you put this down right here, and you work on really lifting and getting under the ball. Now, Tyler, how the heck am I supposed to get under the ball? If you need to get under the ball and you struggle with getting under the ball for topspin, here are some tips, okay? Number one, if you want to hit topspin, you need to drop your racket. You need to get under the ball, okay? A great way to get under the ball is too many players, they drop their racket straight down, super tight. All you're going to do is you're going to take your racket back, and then you're just going to let your racket go. Watch, I'm going to take my racket back, and I'm going to let my racket go. Now, when I make contact, my racket is below the ball. I want you to see this real quick, all right? So I'm going to drop the ball. I'm just going to drop my racket, and watch. My racket is under the ball, and I'm going to be able to get below it. Once again, I'm going to take my racket back, I'm going to drop my racket, and now I'm getting under and below the ball. So number one is just drop your racket, okay? And how do we drop the racket? Again, all you do is you take your racket back, you just let it go, and it's going to be in the proper position. Now, Tyler, I'm a little bit confused with that proper position. How can we get there, okay? Here's another great tip for you. If you have trouble with dropping the racket, and this will help you get topspin, all you're going to do is watch. I'm going to take my racket back, I'm going to drop. Where's my butt cap of my racket facing? Guys, look in the video, pause it real quick. Where is the butt cap of my racket facing? Let's do it one more time. I'm going to take the racket back, I'm going to drop. Where's the butt cap of my racket facing? The butt cap of my racket is pointing towards you, right? So if you can think, when you take your racket back and you drop and you point the butt cap of the racket towards the camera, that is going to ensure that you are going to get under the ball. So all I want you to do to generate more topspin is you're going to take the racket back, you're going to point the butt cap towards the court, and then you're going to swing. That's going to get your racket behind the ball. Too many players, they can't hit topspin because their racket is right where their hand is. You see that? Look, my racket's always behind my hand. Have you ever heard of wrist lag? I do not teach wrist lag, but I teach how to accomplish wrist lag. Wrist lag isn't a thing, right? You can't just say, oh, you need wrist lag. That's not going to work. You need to drop the racket, and then that will get you the wrist lag that you're looking for. So you're going to take the racket back, you're going to drop the racket. That's going to get you behind and under the ball so you can hit. The next thing that you can do, you have to get under, you have to get below the ball, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to get in your legs. You're going to use your legs to really get under the ball. So all I want you to do is drop your center of gravity 1 foot. If you're 6 feet tall, you're going to be 5 feet, and you're just going to get under and below the ball. Once again, you're going to get under the ball with your legs and push up. That was 2 under, but you guys get what I'm saying. Now, in order to hit topspin, you have to accelerate. You have to let your racket work for you. That brush, right? That brush is what's going to get you topspin. So all you're going to do is I want you to accelerate more than you've ever done before. In order to hit topspin, watch. Let's see if the mic picks it up. We have some pickleballers over there. I do not want the pickleballs to be picked up. Hopefully it won't in this video, but I want you to watch. We're going to see if this mic picks it up. Ready? When I swing, can you guys hear that? I'm not sure if you can. You hear that whoosh, right? You hear the whoosh. When you swing, you want to be able to hear the air against your racket, the wind pressing against your racket. If you swing slow, it's not going to work. You have to accelerate and let that racket go. So you have to be loose, and you have to accelerate and get under the ball. If you're loose, if you accelerate, and if you get under the ball with these new tips and keep your strings down, you will be able to hit way more topspin. I just want to show you guys in person real quick, or online real quick, about this, right? So if I slow it down, I'm not going to be able to hit that much spin. But the more I accelerate, the more I throw my racket out and accelerate that ball, accelerate my racket, that is when I am going to be able to create that spin. So give these tips a try. Let me know how it goes in the comments below, and have a good one. Hit some more topspin, hit higher percentage in your games, in your matches, and I'll see you next time on court.